Here to show you the operational end of the new 5-in-1 machine. This is the 2.0 with smart technology, and the manufacturer has addressed some of the issues that were plaguing the 5-in-1, the old 5-in-1. So we're going to go through, show you how to do the treatments and what improvements have been made with this machine. So we'll always start out with some gel. Never use cooling gel, olive oil, nothing like that. Always has to be conductive gel. And make sure that you do apply it liberally on your client, on yourself, whatever may be the case. You know what I mean, liberal. I really can't use too much of this stuff. It's very important to have the conductive gel in the areas that you're doing the treatment. The new 2.0 machine has smart technology, so it self-adjusts itself more than the previous model. And so once you put enough there, and you can start with the tripolar, and you know, these steps are not going to be any different than the older machine as well. So at this point, let's go with the 3, and we're going to start at level 2, even mode A would be fine. And start. The tripolar unit can warm up, so you never want to use cooling gel. You want the person to be able to feel the heat, so that way you're not going to cause any heat damage or hurt the person that's getting it. You want them to be able to feel everything. That's why no cooling gel, 0. So once you put it on there, ultimately what you want to do is, of course, scan the skin with it here. I have these goggles here more for her comfort than it's actually needed, so that way it doesn't go anywhere near the eye. But I have done many of these treatments without the eye goggles before, but a lot of times it's just more comfortable for the patient. So as you can see, you want to keep the wand moving consistently. And typically I will do this on both sides of the face, roughly, for me, 15 minutes or so. But for the sake of this video, we are doing an instructional video, so we're going to be doing it quickly just to see how it's done properly. But this is what you want it done. You want to keep it moving. You want to make sure plenty of gel is there at all times. Again, it will heat up at higher levels, so always start at the lower levels. Make sure that your or your client or customer is comfortable, and make sure you wipe it off. Actually, you can spray it with some alcohol as well. So after you do that for 10, 15, 20 minutes, depending on your client's needs, and then you want to follow up in the face with the bipolar, which is this one right here. And once again, you always want to start at the lower levels anytime you're beginning a treatment with somebody. It's better to be safe than sorry. And once again, no different than the tripolar. You can see when it contacts the skin, it actually will engage and turn on. Part again of the smart technology we're talking about that's new with this machine. It knows when it's being contacted. And again, for purposes here, you want to do this for about 10-15 minutes on your client. You can even do the neck area over here if you want. You know, both of this, tripolar and bipolar, of course, is for skin tightening. So that's what you certainly would do to take care of the face. And I recommend no more than once a week with the radio frequency on the face, the bipolar and the tripolar technology. So of course you'd wipe it down, and then comfort reasons, wipe the client down when you're done with the treatment. And now we are going to show you the new cavitation wand. Once again, please apply a liberal amount of gel. Again, you can never use enough gel. Whatever target area that you're working, apply liberally. Cavitation gel, you have to make sure to use these precautions. Never use the cavitation ultrasonic gel with any metal. No IUDs, no piercings, nothing like that. The cavitation cannot come in contact with any metal. So of course, Jess, you don't have a IUD, correct? Okay, so what you want to do, take the new cavitation wand. The difference with this 2.0, this wand will no longer make what some people would frame or say a annoying buzzing noise in their head. They've eliminated that. So that's part of the new technology, where there were some people that just couldn't do the treatments, that might have been migraine susceptible, that now can enjoy these treatments because they've eliminated the buzzing. So once again, you get over to your cavitation setting. Once again, start at the lower setting. Always tell your client, make sure everything is fine. And once again, no different here. Here, what you want to do is you always want to work towards the center of the body. So as you're doing this, you always are trying to push things in the center and down. Always down towards the channel there, underneath the, and you would do it over and over again. Do this roughly 15 minutes per side. Again, it depends on your client's needs, but if you did a total of 30 minutes, that's typically more than enough. Again, this you can do, unlike the radio frequency for your face, you need to allow the collagen to heal. This works in a different theory, that you need to attack it, the fat, and that's what it's doing. It's crackling and breaking up the fat. So this I recommend once every 5 days until your initial set of treatments are over with. But you get the idea of what you want to do and work that area, and always trying to work it back to the center, right there. So once again, you would continue on, even if you continued on to the top of her legs. You can do that as well. People always ask me, can I do different parts of my body in the same day? The answer is yes. I never recommend having the machine on for more than an hour. If you want to do different parts, then certainly shut the machine off, take a break, and go back, and you can, at that point, do different parts of your body. A lot of people will do their legs, their thighs, their weights and whatnot. So, and finally, we have the cupping wand. This, of course, is the 3D cupping technology that your skin actually will go in there. So there's different depths of your epidermis that's being treated. And unlike the other machine, the other 5-in-1, once again, the manufacturer smartened up, because people in the last machine, it was, for a better lack of a term, was sucking too much. It was causing some discomfort or bruising. This one, they put a second adjustment on there, so now you can adjust the suction to where almost be able to do any part of the body. Before, if there was some loose skin, you wanted to avoid it. Now, you can still do it, thankfully, to your adjustment that they've done. So you go over here, once again, start at lower settings. I'm showing you different settings, so you can see. Now, once again, the factory has put it on the side over here. will actually allow you to control the suction, so almost anybody can now use it compared to before when a lot of people. So with this, once again, you want your client comfortable, and there is going to be some suction. It's what it's intended to do. Again, you have to turn it down and make sure your client is comfortable all right with that. Now you finally can do. Before you couldn't do that, but this reaches into different depths of the epidermis, so it really helps. Once again, it's part of the treatment. So once again, they finally did it to where you can do it on almost any part of the body now without creating some major discomforting or bruising. Just once again, side of caution, and use at lower levels. But you can see the theory of this is, once again, you're sucking up the skin slightly. Once again, you want to do that for about 15 to 20 minutes. Or clean it. The machine works really well as long as you're doing your part as well. So what I mean by that is, I always tell people, if you're going to buy the machine and not do your part, don't even bother to buy the machine. The machine does break up and crackle the fat. Ultimately, it's your responsibility and your job to exhume the toxins out. So if you look at our user manual, we have some tips on how to do that. Always consult with a doctor before doing anything with a weight loss program or a machine like this. But you want to, if you're able to, is any day of the treatment or the day after, you want to drink a lot of water. I suggest as much as you can, close up to a gallon a day. Again, also you may want to take some cranberry pills, some milk thistle pills, avoid alcohol and caffeine as much as possible, and elevate your heart rate with some exercise. If you do those things in conjunction with the treatment, you will indeed